To take down Naruto. And the bomb playing at the very edge of the smoke. Abuse takes down another. V-Pop and Menace are all that's left. Can they hold this one down? This Menace is being taken down, and they take it down. What? Hammers, a 2 versus 4. They're able to come back and elevate. They throw away a 4 versus 2 post-plant situation. Hammers, oh my goodness. And woo, was it close?
Poking their heads in, seeing what they can get.
Oh, clutch!
Clutch with a
Three massive frags! This should give Hammers some more opportunities to claw back here. As Averti, 58, very lethal, 4K for him, and he doesn't close off with the ace. This is the shutout day now, though. So, a 3 versus 3 that made, oh, double kill from Snoopy! Surge and Bade and Clutch. They've come on in very clear round here, but Trax, they're just trying to pincer onto V-Pop now. Can he get the kill? No. It's going to be Erupt versus Menace. As he does find the first frag, jumps off of the truck. Is he aware he's going to be over towards that long one? Oh my goodness, closes with the beauty of a headshot. We'll see. I think Hammers have a really good setup plan on their coalition side. Still though, remember, we have touted Hammers as the king of the comebacks. They are, regardless of how far they are down, very good at coming back. I think they were down 0-8 before versus Xena's side at one point. Might have been elevated.
Up in the same position. Blind, spraying. Oh, everyone misses. Menace is there for trade kills. Or V-Pop.
So low right now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Arson with 2 more. What happened to Hammers? They've disappeared.
Probably just waiting now, and they've expended so much utility over towards mid, and it's not working out for them. 3 frags for Menace and V-Pop. They tag team duo to get 3 kills themselves, and Hammers, nothing they can do. 9-2.
What a fantastic spray down after 90 seconds of grenades and pre-fires. What you really hope right now is that they give him a kill, that they walk into his crosshair. They don't, but he's going to defuse in this smoke. He's going to make them stop him.
Trax, can he get it? No, he doesn't.
Misses the shot.
Oh, he does. Does he have time?
Does get the kill.
I don't think he has time. No, not again. He runs out of the time.
competition? Play Critical Ops tournaments now on Gizer to win cash prizes and exclusive credits. Download Gizer to compete in mobile gaming tournaments for real cash.
Inside, he's gonna get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but Mickey is fast on the flank. Inside, he gets two massive frags there, allows for his team to come in. And outside, he's gonna be able to get the 4K.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Critical Ops Circuit Final Tournament. We have the lower bracket final round here. I'm your host, Cool Mark, joined by my co-caster, Warren. And we have some exciting matches coming up, mainly that of Team Elevate versus Hammers Esports. We saw earlier today, Xenocide take on Team Elevate. That one ended up in a 13-8 victory for Xenocide after a 10-2 half. Very exciting for Xenocide. And Team Elevate almost came back there, getting quite a few rounds in a row, but unfortunately we're not able to pull off the comeback. So we're getting another dose of Team Elevate right now, very soon to come up shortly, with Hammers Esports competing as well for the spot in the grand finals. Warren, this is so exciting. We're going to see Team Elevate twice now. Will they be able to pull off an upset versus Hammers to make it maybe a different rematch of the or a different rendition of the final tournament grand finals?
I hope so. I'm excited to see Team Elevate again, and I'm excited to see Team Elevate versus Hammers Esports again. Both teams have some really amazing players, but it would be great to see a new team in the grand finals of a Critical Ops circuit. And that would mean Elevate needs to win this best of 3 match against Hammers today.
Yeah, they would have to. And kind of to show you how we've gotten to this entire place, we're going to show you a little bit of the brackets on the screen right now. It kind of shows you, what's been going on if you haven't been aware of the circuit or the final tournament so far. We had some games yesterday, underestimated, did beat out Xenocide, but they were disqualified for an unfortunate illegal substitution, which put them in the consolidation round, which they ultimately forfeited because they did not show up. Team Elevate, on the other hand, they beat out Hammers Esports, but they lost versus Xenocide today. So we see Team Elevate versus Hammers Esports in the consolidation finals, a rematch of yesterday, and something I'm very excited to see. So this is the matchup that's going to be happening. This is a best of 3 match. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle in. It's going to be a long night tonight. I think these teams are going to make us go to a full best of 3. Maybe we'll get to all 3 games, but we don't really exactly know how it's going to go just yet because, well, we haven't seen the games. But before we do that, we're going to intro the teams themselves. So taking a look at Team Elevate on their squad, a pretty stacked roster. Vapey, Raptor, Naruto, Jiren, Arson, and Menace. We saw him play earlier today. Vapey was at the top for their team, and Raptor as well coming in very strong. The kills, very good for them. But I think one thing we're going to have to see is if Menace plays again. Because if Menace plays, he cannot have a slow start to this game. Or we've seen it a couple times now, and he's able to come back into it, but it's just not enough, right? You can't have that slow of a start whenever you get into these games. So I think that, depending on who we might be seeing, right? Is it going to be maybe Jiren in there instead? That'll certainly play a part into Elevate's, strategy.
And here we see Team Hammers, familiar names, Almighty Frost, Erupt, Marizi, Averti, Trax. We're not sure which of the roster is going to be the starting 5 tonight. But either way, this is a stacked group of players and looking to come out strong. And as
Yeah.
we move in here to picks and bans, we see what maps we're going to get for our best of 3.
Yeah, so we've already seen a couple maps, right, within the past 2 days. And I mean, earlier today, we saw that map. It was, I believe, that of Grounded, right? That Xenocide 13-8 win. So will we see it again? I'm not sure, but, we'll kind of see. The first pick we can see on the screen, Team Elevate. They get rid of Soar. So that's an interesting one. We haven't seen Soar basically this entire final tournament, I believe, right? Right,
I believe
Warren?
so. We have not seen Soar in the Critical Ops circuit since it was released, at least not in North America.
Yeah, well, I think we've actually seen it a couple times, but oh no, I'm getting mixed up with Port, which coincidentally is the next map banned. I do believe maybe our logos are a bit off. We have the Insanity Killers logo on the screen, but that's okay. We'll roll with the punches here. And yeah, so Soar and Port, some of the most colorful maps in the entirety of the game, just removed out already. So I'm curious to see Team Elevate, right? They did lose on Grounded, so I don't think they're going to actually pick it out again, instantly at least. Maybe they will, but I'm curious to see. So yeah, okay, they actually pick out Plaza, which is a map that's been pretty strong for them in the past. That's what they beat Hammers on yesterday, so they're strong enough, or at least they're confident enough to maybe repeat that again from yesterday.
It was a close win, but it was a win on Plaza. And again, it did hinge a lot on Menace beginning to play better in the second half of the map.
Yeah, and so we can see here, Hammers, they're going to pick out Bureau, which is a map, once again, just a comfort pick. I think most teams in North America are very comfortable on Bureau, regardless of, what tournament or team they're playing against. So Bureau will be played. We can see here, I think that in the past, Hammers have had maybe a bit of a tougher time on Bureau. They barely beat Elevate on Bureau 13-12 in the main tournament for season 2. So last month's main tournament, they barely beat them. Averti came in clutch. He had 24 frags, but Elevate, they also played very, very close. And Menace did perform well on the map of Bureau. So maybe it's just a map thing for them. But you can see here the next map banned is Raid on the screen. So we won't be seeing Raid, another very highly, I would say, fan favorite map. People really like seeing Raid for some reason.
People do love Raid. Not one of my favorites. And here comes the Legacy ban as well. So leaving us with the coin flip for the final map between Grounded and Canals. We haven't seen patch 1.24 Canals in the circuit yet. Since patch 1.24, Canals hasn't been played in North America, and there have been some changes. So if it comes up as the decider map, I'd love to get there. Notably,
oh yes, it is. It is in the in this series. So we will be seeing Canals potentially, right? If we get to that map 3, I think Grounded, Elevate, maybe. I'm actually very surprised that Elevate kind of left it up to chance to keep Grounded in there, because I mean, we saw they had a little bit of a tough time on Grounded earlier today, right? Starting off 2-10 on their breach side is never good. So they were willing to even play it again versus Hammers Esports, a team that is arguably very strong on it, but I guess it turned out in their favor. Canals is kind of a wild card, right? We don't really know how Canals plays for either of these teams, especially on this new update, right? 1.24 means that we've had some map changes and things like that, but that means there's so much more excitement to come, because I think a lot of people also haven't played Canals. I know I have not played Canals since the updates come out, because I just don't get it in ranked games. The games I get in ranked are like Raid, and yeah, Raid, basically it. I get Raid a ton.
Legacy Raid Bureau.
Yep, Legacy Raid Bureau, Grounded sometimes, but I wish I got Canals more often, actually. Canals is a kind of an underrated map, and I'm happy that we're seeing it at least in the series, maybe a decider map, and I think it'll be a good one. One thing to note on Canals, it is probably the map in Critical Ops that has the longest rotation between A and B. I would say it has one of the farthest rotations. There's no easy way to rotate there. Because you can play, I guess, from the spawn area, from the coalition spawn, but you're really far from B either way, and your rotate time to get to A is slow. Whereas on a map like Plaza, which is our first map that we're going to see, very, very close rotations. You can just literally play coalition spawn. It's just, a few steps to the right, you're on B, a few steps to the left, you're on A, right? Whereas on the map of Canals, it's a lot further in that sense. So the rounds play, I think, a little bit slower on Canals, but we'll kind of see. And Plaza, a map we've seen a couple times here in the circuit as well in the North American side. So I'm excited for Plaza as well.
I'm very excited for Plaza. Showing itself to be the professional meta in this tournament has shown it to be fairly coalition-sided, and Plaza is no exception. I have a feeling whoever starts on the Breach side, if they can win 4 rounds, they're in a very good position to win the game. And if they can win 5 Breach-sided rounds, I think that they're a shoo-in to move on to the coalition side and close out the map.
Yeah, if you, any amount of rounds on the Breach side, I feel like on Plaza, we've been proved wrong time and time again. We are saying that this is a Breach sided map, and all the teams are like, nah, Mark and Warren, you're wrong. So we have learned, and we obviously know that is very coalition sided here because the teams are just good at holding sites. I mean, it is hard, especially with, I think on Plaza, there's a lot of tall buildings, so getting nades out in a in the way you want it to is not as easy, especially trying to flash into maybe a mid, or I think one of the hardest things is taking house, right? There could be 1 or 2 people in house and they can just hold it down, which means also be long is not easy to take. So I think that if whatever team decides, like you said, on the Breach side, if they can get that maybe at least 1 or 2 rounds rolling, the pistol round will be very crucial on the Breach side. I think less on the coalition side, but if they can get 1 or 2 on the Breach side, that'll be really good. And I think from the producers in our ear, we will be hearing the knife round shortly. So I'm very excited to see that potentially come down.
I love knife rounds. They're so new to me as a non-competitive player, seeing that the murder porcupines, the hedgehog of death strategies, and players with the swipe and the swipe and the swipe. It's fun, and they kick their pistols out. It's it seems like a very lighthearted part of very serious competition.
Yeah, it's kind of just a chill way to warm up, right? But I do wonder, is there any strategy really behind it? It seems like sometimes there isn't, but we'll see. Either way, we're getting on into this one. We'll see Team Elevate, I believe, on the Breach side, and Hammers on the coalition for the knife round at least. And once again, if you are new to Critical Ops, knife round determines, at least in the competitive scene, which side you start on. So whichever team wins it, they get to pick it out. Kind of like a coin flip in some circumstances. And I mean, it's like a goose chase right now. You can see every team just going back and forth, and it's a 1 versus 2. Still very possible here for him to do it, but Vapey will not be able to close it out. So I believe Hammers will be able to take out the knife round. And will they start on the coalition side? We'll have to see once we get into the game. But I think they might. I think they might opt to, because why not get a couple rounds advantaged?
We've seen it in the past. Typically, your knife round winner will choose to begin the map on the coalition side. But here,
unless unless they're willing to take a risk, right? If they're trying to kind of pull out a very surprise play at the last moment, I don't know. Some people say that it's effective to throw out a surprise at the last moment, but also if it's not necessarily prepared for, then it could lead to disaster. But either way, we should have both of these teams ready on in here. I'm excited to see this come on through, and yeah, let's just get some good Critical Ops action. Chat, YouTube chat. I know you're watching a YouTube chat. Let us know who you think is going to win this first map on Plaza, Elevate or Hammers, because I'm kind of going both ways.
My prediction is that each team will win their map pick, and we will see a map 3 Canals. So for Plaza here, I think Elevate, and I do think it's going to be close.
Really? You think it's Elevate? I so far in the day, I'm 1 for 1, and I believe Warren is 0 for 1. So I'm going to go, I think Hammers actually will be able to take this one out, especially if they start on the Breach side, which it seems like they are. So if they can get 1 or 2 rounds even, that'll be good for them. So I'm excited. We're getting into this one in chat. Let us know who you think is going to win map 1. Warren here believes that Elevate will take it, and I think Hammers has the strength to win this one out. So let us get into it. Both teams are ready, and they are fighting through. So Hammers starting off pretty slow on the Breach side, going to take their time and get that mid control, but Elevate. 3 players sat over towards B long. They're not going to push necessarily just that quick, but they're ready to pull the trigger if they need to. They're going to fall back onto the site. And this is a slow round. If there's any indication of how this game's going to be played out, then, well, we're going to see a kind of a long and tactical game, Warren.
Yeah, Hammer's definitely playing very patiently. Bomb still in mid, 50 seconds into the round. And no contact whatsoever. We saw 2 shots fired, just pre-fires through from King Naruto. And nothing since. And still no movement from Hammers. I'm not sure what type of information they're waiting for, or what's going to trigger their decision to move towards a bomb site.
This is going to be an explosive round once it happens, though, because they're letting the time dwindle down, and there's very little information, though, but Naruto spots some. I think he spotted them, but he's not going to call for the rotate. He's the sole player here over towards A, and if he gets the first frag, he does get taken down. So you can see they're going to have some folks rotating over, and that's Vapey now. Spotted him out with Naruto. If they can shut him out of the round, they can have full control of the A bomb site, but they're actually rotating on in, and they're going to make a run for the hills over towards B. Now the bomb over on house and erupt. It's going to get taken down. A nice crisp headshot by Wapter there to open up this round. Finally, the first frag comes in from any team, and Trax comes in as well. But Vapey answers back. Frost getting all the kills, leading Wapter down alone. Does get the second as well. He's on a 2K right now, but the bomb's still sitting there. Wapter, could he do something? No. He takes Mirzi down to 7, but no kill. So Hammers, they take the pistol round, and this is exactly what I was talking about. If you can get the pistol round on the breach side, you're off to a great start. Elevate a little bit sweaty, even though it's just a pistol round. Hammers, if they could convert 2 or 3 rounds on the breach side, they're in a great shot, or they're in great shape to win out this game, I would believe.
And we are looking at 3 FP6 shotguns. So tight, frightening angles to push through. Menace, the sole player on his team, armed with only a deagle. And here, we're about to watch a battle of shotguns between Averti and Vapey. It's going to be who takes the first shot and if they hit it. Will there be a peek? It looks to be a strong B-long push. There's 4 working towards 5 Hammers players stacked here.
Vapey's going to have to hit shots. Oh, he just walks right into it. The line of fire taken out, and Wapter can't get one, but he's not good for any more. The shotgun, not a good gun to spray down at long range. So Hammers look to take the B bomb side. I think Averti's just watching the flank right now, and Hammers have been playing pretty tactically that last round. Only 2 seconds left on the clock, but they're going to go a little bit quicker in this one. And oh my goodness, these shotguns. If you are unaware, you get a lot of money from shotgun kills too. So Averti picking up a big bag of cash for himself. Picks up the SA-58 as well. And now 2 rounds under their belt. Elevate should be able to buy. Wapter bought out, but I think they might have some discussions. Wapter might have bought out too early because Menace, Arson, Vapey, still nothing. And this is a very, very disjointed buy. Wapter fully bought out. Naruto bought a shotgun, and the rest of the team nearly full saved. Elevate. I'm not sure if they had all their straws in one bag, but it seems like there might have been a miscommunication here.
And you definitely don't want to have uneven buys with your team. If Elevate loses this round, then Naruto, Vapey, Menace, and Arson will be able to buy rifles in the 4th round, and Wapter will not be able to, leaving a crucial weakness in an otherwise even round.
Back on his first one, and they're limiting the pistols pretty easily. Wapter finally does actually get something with his AUG, and might be proved to be very effective. It is a good buy right now. He's gotten 2 kills. Hammers taking huge casualties in a erupt. Is going to have to find a kill. Oh, the missed shot from Naruto grants him an opportunity, and the bomb. Actually, the bomb's still stuck over towards A mid. Vapey has full control of the bomb, but does he realize that? No,
he has no rifle, no armor, and very little HP. He does seem to be aware of the bomb's location, or he's at least about to spot it. He's gotten himself an SG-551.
Yeah, he's got 30 seconds on the clock. So, yeah, very fragile situation. Oh, are they going to double peek him? Hammers are just going to go back very quickly. Averti could shut him down, and he will. So, crisis averted for Hammers, but that was close. That was
crisis averted. Crisis averted. 3 breach-sided rounds for Hammers is an incredible start. And here's Elevate on, not in fact a broken buy. We do see 5 players with rifles, so it worked out. And here's Crisis Averti with the U ratio. Looking for a fit.
He will not get it this time. Vapey denies him that. He uses that nice little cheeky angle over towards Belong and Elevate. Finally, with the one-man advantage, could lead Hammers to make another mistake, but Hammers not a team known for necessarily crumbling, and they've had slow starts. So the fact that Hammers are up 3-0 is a very good sign. Usually they're down in the first half and having to claw their way back in. So
I'd like to see, when we get a chance to see the kills, how Menace is doing, because I think this map hinges on whether Menace plays well or not.
You'll have to see it in a little bit, but right now it's a 2 versus 3, and Arson, after they've come alive right now. Maybe as well shoots one out. So Hammers really couldn't get anything done. It seemed like just an uncoordinated attack. And yeah, we kind of spoken about Menace being an X factor. He played a very big part last time when Hammers, or when Elevate had some success. Yesterday, he had a tough time here on this map of Plaza, and he's at 0 frags right now, but let's see if he can turn it up. 5 frags for him, or, well, 5v5, actually. Lots of utility kind of expended over towards mid, and it does allow Averti to get his eyes over towards house, but will it result in any gain for his team? Vapey sits on the bomb site and just hopes to spot anybody out. But they're playing a very light B defense, which is interesting. Normally I would expect the coalition side to play more B heavy, but they have a large presence over towards mid, which is also interesting.
We saw Plaza yesterday. There were often a lot of players on both teams B-long, a 2-player coalition B-long stack on most rounds. And there's Wapter with a kill, opening the round up into a 5v4, and that's going to put the B plans to sleep.
Naruto answers back very quickly. Mirzi shuts out, and so while Arson does get taken down, his teammates answer back for 2 more tracks, though. Evens it up. So 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a decision. And it looks like A, but they're going to get flanked very quickly. And while Trax is aware of the flank, he's not able to take care of it. So a 1 versus 3 of Verdi is going to have to go quick. I think he's made some noise, and Vapey probably knows where he is at this point. He will not avoid the bullets of Menace. So Menace picks up his first kill and Elevate. They get 2 in a row. Hammers, their money is in the bin, so they will have to either half buy or save right now. But you can see there, Vapey doing pretty well. Wapter as well on the top for Elevate. So
Verdi's back on the M1887. He got 3 kills with it last time he used it, but it was against weaker guns.
The B-Long is the perfect place to use it, if any, but he does get a good amount of damage and allows for Frost to clear up the mess that had been made. So Wapter sits here, hopes that someone might push aggressively. And they might, but it will have to be a little bit later in the round that they make that decision. So Mirzi, I think, looking for that AUG, which goes to Frost because he has the armor. So smart decision on them to tactically pick who will get which gun. I think Mirzi's lagging a little bit. He seems to be kind of timing out, and he has the bomb, but don't think he's moved any bit. So yeah, he's not really reacting. I think Trax somehow manages to find a frag, but he's going to have to protect his teammate as much as he can. 1 versus 3, essentially, as Mirzi kind of sits there. And yeah, the bomb is dropped, so one
now
coming in.
Trax did have an opportunity to retrieve the bomb.
Wins.
And that's a smart play there from Wapter to go for the knife. I'm pretty sure he saw the disconnect from Mirzi, and that gives him an extra $1,500. Yeah.
It always helps to have that extra money on the coalition side as well. And if Mirzi is disconnected, the game does continue. And this will almost certainly bring many rounds in Elevate's favor. As long as, however long is the duration of the disconnect. Now, I believe Hammers can sub in another legal player.
I think Mirzi would have to disconnect though, make it a 5 versus 5. So there's some interesting kind of rule playbook stuff, and Naruto might get caught off guard. He spotted one with the shoulder, and he's back now. I think Mirzi is back in action, and Frost is able to get some damage on. Oh, the flashbang makes them turn away, and Menace is able to find frags. He's finally finding his footing. 4-4 now, as Hammers try and make their way over towards A-Long. The smokes actually allow Trax to get up further than he anticipated, but Arson reads that move and takes down Trax. So a 2 versus 4 erupt in Mirzi. Has the sniper rifle in hopes that someone might walk in, but Mirzi might not get as lucky. Has to spot out Vapey or Raptor, and Raptor will take him down. So Arson can't close it out, but erupt. Oh, 2 nice frags. 30 seconds left. They don't want to overextend right now. If he can spot one out, and he knows that there's probably one flanking him, but he's not going to get any vision from behind. So Vapey comes in at the perfect moment, and Elevate, they take the lead now, 4-3.
And great communication. Vapey comes in while his target has a grenade in hand, so he does get the free kill on the perfect flank. He was very patient with it. And it's good to see Marizi back in the game. Always feels good to have the 5 versus 5. And this should be a more competitive round from Hammers. Remember last round, Marizi did join the round eventually, but he came in with only a pistol. And here's Averti getting the opening kill on B-Long, taking very little damage in return.
They don't play out Raptor, but he's only good for 1 as they eventually trade him out. So 3 players kind of stuck actually over towards B-Long. You have Frost sitting over towards mid, watching for any flanks, but really what he's going to do is try and see if he can mitigate any pushes from mid right now. As Arson sits on the other side, might go for this push, might go for the early peek. And oh, he spotted him out. Frost doesn't have to peek out. I mean, he does spot it, but he loses the duel, and that's a crucial one. Now their flank very open. They still have Erupt watching, but they're not able to gain any control of the bomb site, and Trax just walks into it. No support from his team, and they're just taking 1v1s right now. Naruto wins one out. So does Arson. Now Erupt sits alone. So Hammers falling flat after 3 rounds in a row. Elevate potentially taking 5, so long as they're able to deny Erupt this clutch. So 3 might be all that Hammers is able to get.
Erupt does not have the bomb, so this may be an attempted save, and he may have left the bomb on the ground in the hopes that Elevate finds the bomb and simply camps the bomb rather than hunting him down.
Could be, but Elevate seem to be just sitting back waiting. I think they've made concessions on both of their sides, so they accept that it's a save, and Elevate, they're going to go up to 5 rounds here on the Coalition side.
And good recovery after a weak start from Elevate, bringing us into a 5-3 scoreline. And here we do after the save. Rifles do come out, and Hammers, after a hot start, see if they can find some of that magic again and get a 4th round on the board. Probably thrown for a loop, having 1.5 rounds with Marizi being disconnected, having connection issues. But we would expect a 4th and a 5th breach-sided round here. Now, Verdi won this opening duel against Vapey on B-Long last round. Didn't convert into a round win. But here's the same B-Long attack with a great flash grenade.
Oh, does not find him though. So Vapey is able to get 1. He overstays his welcome though. And Verdi trades out. So Raptor is going to get tested. Now he does successfully ward off the first attack. Trax is out of the round, but can he maintain his position for any longer? He might opt to just fall out of house, but he's actually posted up very confidently.
Frost with a jiggle peek takes some damage, but I think he's going to have to win this duel if they're going to find their way onto the B bomb site in a 3 versus 4. Naruto already flanking. Has information on one player. May have spotted the bomb, and Frost goes down. Naruto wins his duel with Marizi as well. Verdi gets 1 kill into the house on the bomb, but he's only got 30 seconds to find a plant and win a 1v3. He's already dead. Naruto finds the kill for the 6th round on Elevate.
Yeah, Hammers just really aren't. It seems like they're not really taking these duels together. They're kind of getting picked off one by one, and it's the lack of trades that are coming to haunt them. Menace now positive and seems like he's doing much better than in games past. So one could attest Elevate's success right now, but like we said, this is a very coalition-sided map. And so Hammers, I think they're still in a pretty good spot right now, despite them losing 6 runs in a row. It's not too much to worry about. Birdie will get taken out of the round first. Hammers looking to see if they can take control of anywhere else in the map, but there's smokes.
Their only easy control has come after winning or trading out an opening duel B long, and having lost that duel.
They follow up though. They win another one over towards B long. So after full blind, a perfect flash, and that they shoot him out. Yeah, they spotted his barrel through the smoke, I believe. And so this grants them an advantage of 4 versus 3, a rare 4 versus 3, but that's turned back to an even round now. So Trax not able to close it out. And will they peak at the same time? They do. So Frost wins that fight, and Naruto is here for the trade. He does find a second in this round, but he's taken down to low HP. So the bomb will get planted in the first few times in this game, as it is
Arson
Yeah.
doesn't know the location of either player, so this is a retake with no information. And you see Arson waiting patiently as Naruto flanks in from B long.
Yeah, it's Mirzi to watch over to be long, and he does spot one, and he peeks out for the double. So a very nice set of kills there for Mirzi, and Hammers are on the 4 rounds here for their breach side. Very, very strong breach side, I would say.
And with 2 rounds left in the half, Hammers could get 5 or even 6 breach-sided rounds here on Plaza, and that would favor them heavily, in my opinion, going into the coalition side.
Yeah, they have experience here on this map. I mean, Elevate do as well, but Hammers, the current final tournament champion, so they're
Naruto!
Oh, what a shot.
It's a very confident snipe. Cost him half of his hit points, but he gets the opening kill, putting Elevate in the 5v4. And here's Menace. It looks like he may take a confident peek as well. There's a smoke grenade there, so no information gained.
Woo! Trax, that was a jumping headshot. Averti doesn't clear out A long. A double kill from Arson as he catches 2 unsuspecting players. Erupt is able to trade for 1, but Naruto finds the leg, and Menace tags him as well. So Elevate, they deny Hammers a potential for 6 rounds, but Hammers still could make this one close. 7-5 potential, or Elevate give themselves a little bit of a cushion with 8-4.
Both teams want this round bad, and here you can see the pile of extra grenades, and AUG is enabled by spending all the money in the final round.
Oh, he's so blind averted, but he's still pushing up aggressive. Did he get the kill? No, he doesn't flick to the right side fast enough. So 1 player down, and that's a lot of money spent on that sniper rifle too. That investment not panning out for them.
And fantastic peek by Wapter. He smoked off mid to cross past the house and peek B long from the other side. Unexpected. Vapey got information, but had to back away from a grenade and didn't get that kill. He's still waiting for and anticipating the B long push. It's come almost every single round.
Yeah, in a 4 versus 5 Hammers, they're gonna have to find some new room to work with. Trax picks up the sniper rifle now as he upgrades, and will he win this duel versus Arson? He's gonna spot him out a nice quick scope to win it out, but almost gets the shot onto Naruto, but Erupt trades out. So a 3 versus 3, and the flash denies them some vision. So it buys him some time to get some rotates, and you can see there Raptor's coming as fast as he can to support his teammates. He is in this off angle over towards Fawn, and Frost answers back 1. Can he get the second? No, he can't. Raptor closes it out with a 2K and Elevate. They're on a 4-round lead going into this coalition or breach side.
And great half from both teams. To get 4 rounds on the breach side should put Hammers in a good position for a strong comeback victory, picking up 9 rounds on the coalition side. And Elevate, again, here in this crucial breach side pistol round. And they leave the bomb behind. And they're playing slow. Looks like they're favoring B long, but really spreading the map out quite a bit as well. Arson doesn't get any information. There's no information to get as Hammers is playing far back on the bomb sites. 2 on A, 2 on B, and 1 in coalition spawn.
Yeah, this is an interesting setup. I think Hammers have confidence that they can trade on the bomb sites, which is why they'll put Trax over towards the middle to kind of anchor that mid position. And Trax has a very crucial role for communication. He has to tell his teammates where will they be coming from. He spots no one over towards mid just yet, and so he's watching over towards A mid to hopefully mitigate any attack from there. But this is a very smart player. Elevate trying to bait out shots over towards B when the hit is actually coming towards A. Erupt, though, they have not rotated off. And this is very smart from Hammers, likewise, to not necessarily rotate too early. Even though they've heard those shots, Elevate, they're going to have to go. It's showtime now. And Frost finds one frag, but he's instantly traded. Frost has to buy time, but he can't get the kill. So now 3 versus 4. Now is when Arson strikes. And he is going to get taken down, but still the defense weekend here. A 2 versus 3 as Averti and Mirzi have to retake this bomb site. First, they have to take care of Lapter, and it's not going to be easy as it takes the life of Mirzi. So a 2 versus 4. And Elevate. Oh my goodness. 2 nice shots there from Averti. Doesn't know where Menace is exactly, but he has 4 bullets in his clip and hopes that he can fake out where he's coming from. Might be seeing him from the back, but no. Menace wins out the pistol, and Elevate, they're on 9 rounds now.
A fantastic breach-sided pistol round from Elevate. It didn't. The plan didn't work, but the entries were good enough that it didn't matter. You saw Arson jiggle peeking B long into B site to try to draw rotates. No rotates were drawn, but the 3 players pushing into the A site were able to trade their way in successfully and get the plant.
And now we can see the desperation buy essentially comes out here from Hammers. 3 FP6s, a GSR as well. And so Averti will get 1. Can he get 2? Oh, so much damage done to Arson. He might be a little upset there, but Mirzi tries to answer back. He can't. Gets good damage, though. Raptor still stands alive, so Erupt could be coming here for the quick flank. Their shotgun's not enough damage done, and Frost taken out, so Erupt, well, don't think he's been spotted. He walks past him, actually, but Vapey somehow stays alive. Arson trades him out. So Elevate on 10 rounds. Hammers looking not like themselves right now.
If they can carry this momentum into an 11th round and then a 12th round, then almost certain to win the map. It's still very difficult to pick up rounds. It's shown to be difficult on the breach side to pick up rounds, but at this pace, here comes Wapter with the HK. The HK, my new favorite gun since I started casting the professional play.
It is lethal. It does do good work, and I mean, if you have that tier 7, the HKX, I believe, it's a nice skin, but I think one thing we need to know is kind of the desperation by Trax. Oh, does get 2 kills and Erupt. That's his time to shine. I was about to say they have 2 FP6s on the side of Hammers, and Trax is the one that's taken down, but Mirzi as well. That kind of shows that they're a little bit desperate to get this. He could get another frag, though. Right here, right now. Is he going to be able to get the frag? Vapey. Oh, he answers right in his face. A nice headshot, and Hammers. They doubled down to win the round, 5-10, and that's a much-needed coalition-sided round for them.
Hammers looking at the start of their comeback. The money is weak for Elevate. We see a GSR, a few Deagles, no armor yet. Okay, and here comes an SA-58 on Vapey. Just 1 hero rifle backed up by pistols. Hero rifle pre-firing through the smoke, but there's no one to hit. Frag grenade does it. Tickle King Naruto.
Yeah, sometimes I'm confused by the nade physics. It seems like that should have done more damage to him, but alas, critical ops is what critical ops decides to be, right? So we cannot decide that. And that flash, not that effective. Doesn't really blind anyone from Elevate, but this should be a round for Hammers. They only have one rifle on Elevate's side, and that's the SA-50 on the Vapey. Frost, good damage on the Menace as well. The headshot to take him out of the round. And I think the round should follow in procession. Erupt takes down Vapey, and it should be 1 for Hammers.
Great shot by Waptor to take out Frost. It's only one player, though. There's still 4 more to get through. It's just Deagles and GSRs.
That is crisp shot from Averti. Just warming up right now. And if Arson somehow miraculously gets this bomb plant, I think they'd be happy. But they're encroaching on him right now. And this should be a round. So Hammers, I think, with a 6th.
Now, with 22 seconds left, Arson could kill Trax and plant on A if he's very fast.
That timing heavily favored Arson. They're just wrong timing for Trax. He's probably a little upset that he died there, but he actually doesn't really have money to buy. I think he has to get dropped from a teammate, and that's interesting. One thing that is interesting to note within Critical Ops is you can drop your teammates grenades, so you don't have to drop them a gun. If they have enough to buy a gun and a weapon, you can drop them the $800 worth of nades. So that's something that some teams might opt to go for. And Elevate still broke. They don't have much money. They're trying to go for a save, and now they're coordinated. You can see Menace and Arson have much more money, but despite that, they still go for the save just to coordinate with their team, just so that there's equity among both players there. And the nade actually could do good damage. It does, and I've already taken down to half HP, so we might opt to fall back. Will he survive? Seems like they're under attack. The pistols are actually doing good chip damage, but not able to clean up the job. So it should be once again around for Hammers, and they're slowly pushing their way back into this game on the Coalition side.
Coalition wins.
And no plant and only 1 kill from the pistol. So great round from Hammers. Economy stays in great shape, and we should finally see the buy coming out from Elevate again. And Hammers is closing the gap. There's Trax with his fancy remix. Nice
They all got
sounding
fancy
gloves.
remixes. Naruto's got the nice remix as well. It's called the Wrapped remix, if you
Oh,
want
I just
familiar.
saw the smoke grenade skin from the new Critical Pass.
Yes, we could do a whole discussion on the skins in this game, but unfortunately, I don't think now is an appropriate time. I wish we could, though. We could have a whole skin section for commentary.
Here's Arson pushing B long again, just stopped in his tracks by a smoke grenade. Can't push through yet.
Yeah, and once again, something to note, it's Hammers that consistently just play on the bomb sites. They usually don't go for that aggressive of plays, and it's been working out for them somewhat well. Right? They've lost a couple rounds, but once they got the rifles on board, they're able to hold down the bomb sites, and it's now once again down to, it seems Frost and Trax have actually traded spots. Trax was the one that was kind of playing that rotate position. And Birdie does spot one out. He's going to call for his teammate Frost to come in for the double kill and potentially the triple. Yes, he triples up. Frost, a nice flip for him, and Trax does get taken out, but a 4 versus 2. This should be Hammers round with only 28 seconds left. They still have Mirzi on the bomb side as well. And Frost, he's up for the 4K. Maybe the ace. Spots one out. No, he gets denied by Vapey. An unfortunate turn of events for himself, but Vapey won't close out the round regardless. And that means Frost's work is not in vain. He's able to pick up the 4K. Erupt cleans it up. And now we're at 8-10. Now we're very competitive.
The Hammers comeback is looking very real, and it's difficult to win rounds on the Breach side, but Elevate needs 3 more. They've got rifles, a bit low on utility, but let's see if they try something more aggressive. Hammers has been so passive every round so far. See if they take space a bit more quickly. There's only 1 defender on the B site, and but he opens with a double kill.
Did he ghost touch? I think he disconnected or something. He stopped shooting and he stopped moving, so that might have been an unfortunate device technical issue, but he still has teammates there to back him up. Frost getting over towards spawn, and he gets flashed out, but still good damage. Still wards off Vapey for the time being, and that frag could finish off Vapey. No. It does some good damage onto Wapter, but Vapey still stays alive. And actually, Menace has the bomb, making his way over towards A mid. So it might be Trax to hold off any push now, but they still have a pretty strong defense, Hammers, that could rotate any time over towards A.
With the bomb, he could sneak into the A bomb site. He doesn't know this, but the A bomb site is achievable, especially with Trax pushed all the way up A long.
Well, I think Frost might spot him out. He's playing this kind of back position over towards spawn, so any peek is going to have to be flashed, but they're not going to flash him. They're going to win the duel, though, which is more important. Erupt comes back and uses that lethal HK to get a nice headshot. So a 3 versus 2 and Elevate with 10 seconds left. Looking to, I think, just save the weapons. They don't have the bomb control. They don't have map control. So 9 rounds for Hammers, 1 round away from tying it. And
Coalition
I mean,
wins.
we talked about a coalition side round. Oh, Erupt also gets that kill off the time as well. So Hammers taking full advantage of that lack of cash going to be infused. And they're looking so strong on this coalition side.
Yeah, coalition side's looking excellent. They're potentially about to bring us into a tied game. Is the traditional smoke grenade, flash grenade, mid. And what we've come to expect, very actually, a 2-strong stack out of B long from Hammers. More coalition side aggression than we've seen. But they do retreat back towards the side quickly.
Yeah, they're never pushing out over towards B long. That's one thing Hammers, you won't see them doing, is taking that very far aggressive peek and Trax. He spots one. If he even spots again, that'd be aggressive. But if he does diversify his jump, he kind of peeks out with a little jump there. So makes it a little tougher, but oh, they get caught off at the perfect moment. And this is exactly the opening they needed. Frost does find 1 kill, but Vapey takes down his teammate, and now just down to Verdi. He played this spot before, but he gets pre-fired, and Vapey eliminates him. Elevate, they are not out of this one. The truck still has some gas to go.
Some great sniper work and just great teamwork. That's the first time they've pressured A mid and A long together on this entire brief side, and it worked beautifully. And an excellent flash trade kill onto Almighty Frost there in mid as they work their way towards the site.
Oh, perfect flash. Frost cannot see anything, and
plenty of pre-fire through the smoke. Another barrage of utility towards mid. But let's see, do they work the cross again? The bomb is very conservatively towards B long, but far back enough that it could go anywhere quite easily.
Did Vapey just blind himself with the flash? I think he might have saw that, and well, yeah, all the stream saw that too. So we'll just let
That's
that
all
one
right.
pass. Yeah, we'll let it pass. Elevate.
Ooh, Wapter with the U ratio, not quite opening kill, but he hits the second and third of the round.
Yeah, a good amount of damage done, and his team able to capitalize off of it now. Verdi plays a different spot now, and he will take out Vapey. Does reposition though. He doesn't want to peek out just too wide. Oh, right now I think, yeah, Mirzi spots out that one player, Naruto. But will he get this kill? This is all about time right now. And oh, Mirzi, who will win the duel? Naruto wins it out. So the bomb going to make its way over towards A or towards B, as they know Verdi sitting over towards A. So 25 seconds. He has enough time to hightail it over. And it should be Elevate potentially getting up to match point. Verdi will have to clutch this one out. Coming in from house, Naruto is already waiting and already spots and predicts that he might be coming in from here. Will he get it?
Clean kill for Naruto.
Perfect.
Here it is.
Perfect. He has the positioning as well.
And Elevate is on map point, winning 12-9. One more puts them up 1-0 in the series as we move on to... What is our next map again?
I believe our next map is Bureau.
Bureau,
So
yes.
we'll move on to Bureau. If so, Canals last potentially. And Bureau is always a fun one. Bureau is usually a close map, anyways. The Hammers, they have really their backs against the wall right now, and their eyes against the light. Frost totally blinded, but can he get something? No, the timing does not favor him once again. He's having to look two places at once, and that might have been some miscommunication. You can see Trax was there, but only afterwards. And so the hit coming over towards A. They have 3 players here towards A, but will it be enough here? Hammers are gonna have to fight with all their might. The pre-fire, the spam. Trax gets 3 kills, and Averti saves the day. What a wonderful round from Trax. He lines them up, knocks them down, and Hammers, they're still in this game.
Just spectacular sight hold from Trax. That spray down against it. The entire team was coming, and he was able to take out 3 before he went down. Just incredible spray transfer.
Yeah, and look at that. Averti and Waptor, they're playing out of their minds. 22 and 15, 22 and 18. They're going head-to-head right now, trying to keep both of their teams in the game.
Marizi with a U ratio. U ratio playing close up on B long. He misses the shot on the jiggle peek. And he repeaks it. He goes back to the same spot. Looks like Elevate's decided they don't want anything to do with that U ratio over on B long.
Yeah, they seem to be packing their bags, but it might actually be going back over towards mid, and Naruto's tucked himself over towards A long. So if Trax stays here too long and wants to rotate, Trax, he might have revealed his position. I think Naruto spotted him out. The fight here is going to be going towards Averti. Can he escape? He's not going to try. Now he does. But Trax, he's patiently waiting. Naruto, who's going to win this timing? And it's going to be Trax. Cleanly gets out of there alive. And Elevate in a 5 versus 3. This is unlikely for them to win. I think Arson knows that Trax might be there, but Waptor somehow gets the kill on Erupt. I'm pretty sure they spotted out his barrel, but they're scared of this U ratio over towards mid. Trax is pointing himself over to A long. He does get the frag. That's a crucial one because otherwise it would have been an even game. And Elevate now in a 2 versus 4. Look like they can't really go anywhere. Only 18 seconds left. They're going to try and take the bomb over towards B long, but I think there's a player. Yep, that's Averti. And so regardless of where Vapey might be, he might be even on the bomb site. Doesn't really matter because he doesn't have time to get the bomb and plant. So Hammers, 11 to 12. Remember last time? We've seen this before. This is a tough one.
We have seen 13-12 on Plaza in the past, and this could be 13-12. If Hammers wins this round, it's 13-12 in favor of someone. Elevate has 2 more chances to clutch out their map pick.
Yeah, this is a much closer game than yesterday's. I'd say 13-9 going the way of Elevate, but Hammers are not giving up, and Hammers playing a little more aggressively. Averti, can he win this one? Yes! He gets a bomb down, but only for a quick second. Menace does trade him out instantly. They're looking for quick control of the B bomb site. They're going to nade out, and Mirzi calls for some backup right now. That's Frost sitting and waiting. He doesn't peek out initially, but does take a gander over towards House and doesn't spot anybody. So Erupt on the other side of the map will actually ask for some assistance as well. Trax, the timing does not favor him. Could he get shot from the side right now? I think, what is this timing? Both people avoided each other. No one really knows who's towards A mid and Trax. If he doesn't look behind him at the right moment, they will take him out. I don't know if he's aware, and he gets flicked by Naruto. So a 4 versus 3 Elevate have the advantage now in this situation. This puts Hammers in a bit of a pickle because 42 seconds left means they have to split their defenses, but Erupt plays a crucial role over towards that spawn area.
And as Elevate moves towards B, so does a member of Hammers, and there's the side defense. Well, after the only player left alive, he has information on who he needs to kill to get onto this bomb site. He's got to take the duel. He's got 20 seconds to get a kill, get a bomb, get a plant.
This would be a clutch for the Sentry right now, but he only has 10 seconds, and surely there's one waiting at least. We'll have to go for this plant regardless, and They won't deny it, I don't believe, but he will! Actually, he will erupt through the through the truck, shoots him out, and we're going the full distance, ladies and gentlemen. You thought Hammers were out of this. There's no shot, and Elevate as well. They have every opportunity to win this one. So they might be able to have a huge blow to Hammer's morale after this entire comeback.
Elevate winning this round would put them in a great position going into map 2. It would take a lot of the wind out of Hammer's sails to deny such a ferocious comeback. In this round, we don't see any members of Elevate peeking towards B long, so maybe they'll attempt that A long, A mid play. It's worked for them previously. You see Trax just very patient. Just waiting. Almighty Frost still in that very risky mid position, covering 2 angles at once. Could be exploited.
Yeah, nobody from either team wants to give up this first frag with so much pressure, but a minute has already passed, and no one's really taken any map control. Hammers don't know where Elevate are, and neither do Elevate know where Hammers is. So it seems like the hit's actually going to be coming over towards mid. Or at least that's what they're trying to sell the fake as. So no one's really budged is the thing. Averti sits over towards house. The hit might make its man over towards A. So Frost, is he going to get caught between a rock and a hard spot again? Trax sits on the bomb site, but he does get the first kill. And that's an opening pick here for Hammers. As long as they don't lose it up, follow up, erupt, can't get the second. And this looks unlikely for Elevate to close it out. Vapey finds one, but Trax is still alive. And with 18 seconds left, Nerdy just has to stay alive. They're trying to buy time right now, and it's working. 10 seconds left. They have nowhere to go on the bomb site. And Hammers, they make the comeback work. 13-12. I cannot believe it. They steal Elevate's map pick away. What a remarkable way to close out this game.
Fantastic comeback by Hammers. Averti leading the charge with 27 kills. And a 13-12 victory. It doesn't get more exciting than that. Now, as we move into Bureau, Elevate's going to have to win on Hammer's map pick to take us to the canals that we so badly want to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for Elevate. And I think Hammers are going to be very excited. If we could have heard their voice channels, I'm sure they would have been ecstatic, screaming and shouting and just a lot of hype around a huge comeback from them. It took a lot of effort. It took all the rounds. But regardless, we're going to see the continuation here on our next map, which I believe is Bureau. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Do you feel the competition? Play Critical Ops tournaments now on Gizer to win cash prizes and exclusive credits. Download Gizer to compete in mobile gaming tournaments for real cash.
Inside, he's gonna get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but Pinky is fast on the flank. Inside, he gets 2 massive frags there. Allows for his team to come in. And outside, he's gonna be able to get the 4K.
What an intense set of rounds to finish off that last game on Plaza. Hammers barely scraping by with a 13-12 victory over Elevate. And well, Averti showed up very strong for Hammers. Vaptor showed up very strong for Elevate. And I think we have a very fun matchup ahead of us here for Bureau, which is Hammers map pick. So Warren, what can we even break down from last map?
From the last map, I knew going in that anyone on the breach side winning at least 4 rounds was in a position for a comeback. Certainly not guaranteed. And Hammers did win exactly 4 breach-sided rounds. And they did have to work hard for the comeback they got to just barely squeak by in 13-12. But again, we saw Menace not bottom fragging for his team, second bottom fragging, but not performing at the level of Waptor and King Naruto. And for Elevate to take Hammers on Bureau, the entire team needs to step up.
Yeah, the entire team really does. And I think it also depends on which side they start on. If Elevate start on the coalition side, once again, I think that's a momentum blow because they're going to have a lot of rounds built up potentially. And then switching over to the breach side, it's going to be tough to get any rounds. So I think, honestly, it's better to kind of get the tougher side out of the way, which is oftentimes the breach side, and move on there, right? But we'll see once we actually, I think, get those knife rounds in. I don't think we have the knife rounds in yet. But yeah, so our map 2 is Bureau. Our map 3, potentially, if we get to it, will be that of Canals. And we've kind of talked about it already, alluded to it, but it's updated. It's been changed since that 1.24.0 update. And we have not seen it played since that update, at least in the North American final tournament. And I would be very excited to see it. Despite that, though, you know, we still have to see Elevate kind of upset Hammers on their own map pick.
Now, Bureau is the map pick of Hammers, but I don't think there's a single team in the entire competitive scene that does not have a mountain of practice on Bureau. So while Elevate will need to beat Hammers on their map pick, I think they're evenly favored. I think that this is a map that Elevate can win. And they're going to need to, because I would love to see Canals. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think that, I mean, Bureau is something that's interesting, and Hammers once again have barely won this last time. They won 13-12 versus Elevate in the North American main tournament number 2. So just a month ago, and Averti once again top fragging, 24 frags. So Averti has just been absolutely phenomenal for the side of Hammers time and time again. And, we'll have to see how he kind of goes here. But nonetheless, I think we should be getting this knife round on in, and I'm excited to see that. So both teams here ready. You'll see Hammers on the Coalition side and Team Elevate on the Breach side. And, they're going to try and do some pincer moves, I guess, zigzag back and forth, and we'll see who gets it. Because I think the knife round is starting to become more important than we actually make it out to be. I think it might have been not as important as before, but we can see here who's going to be winning this one. It seems like
Wins.
that of Elevate. They're going to be winning out the knife round. And I will be kind of interested to see. I think they probably honestly might pick out the Breach side. If they pick out the Breach side, they will have a lack of momentum in the first side, but they will have a lot of comfort going into the Coalition side, which is very, very important if you want to close out a game.
Here, I believe soon we'll be moving into the first round. Let's see what we've got here on our screens. Teams are still choosing their appropriate sides as we get ready to load into the game. We're going to look at something similar to our previous game, which is very important pistol rounds, especially for the Breach side. With Breach side rounds being so difficult to win, the pistol round is one of your best chances to sneak one by and also get a second on the anti-eco. And here we see the players, I think, just playfully taking pistol duels. And here we load into the game.
Yeah, we're loading in and very excited to kind of get this one on through. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be a Hammers Esports win or a Team Elevate win? Let us find out here. As Elevate, they're going to start out on the Breach side with the pistols. Hammers going to be setting up a pretty classic default over towards Heavy B.
Great to see Elevate choosing the Breach side off the knife round win, like you suggested, Coolmark. And still for a pistol round, still very slow play, no rushing. And again, Elevate have split the map.
They've split the map indeed, but Hammers, if they check B long, then they'll get it. But oh my goodness, this is such a smart play. This is such a smart play. They have full control of the B bomb site now, and they have full control of A. So there's really nothing they can't do. Elevate, though.
Bomb has been
One
planted.
player does get taken out. It's Arson, and I'm not sure if they know it's over towards B or not. No one's really moving there. I think they're finally realizing it's an A hit, so they're going to quickly come to this retake there. Verdi finally gets shut down by Wafter, but it's going to be a very, very hectic one here. Elevate, can they hold on to the bomb site? Naruto trying to get as much done as he can, but now just down to Vapey, a 1 versus 3. He's going to have to hold off as long as he can, but they're going to get on that bomb as soon as well. And Trax is going to get protected here from Mirzi. I think they're going to spot him out, and yes, they get the defuse here. Hammers, a nice retake. Elevate, a good idea as well. Well executed, just not able to hold off in the post plant with all the swarming Hammers players.
Fantastic, just walking into the B bomb site absolutely free after their interesting, really not even a fake. It was just 2 ships passing in the night. The teams didn't even see each other until Elevate had already taken both bomb sites completely.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. Yeah, 2 ships passing by the night. Perfect analogy for that, but we'll see. Can Hammers continue to reign strong with their SA-58s? It looks like so. And the bomb, if it gets planted on A, they'll have a lot of money going into this next round. They will be able to fully buy out, and it looks like it might happen. Oh, I think Mirzi's here. I think he's hearing the bomb getting planted, but he's not going to be able to deny it. So a bomb will get planted, and all 5 players should stay alive here for Hammers as long as they peek together. Mirzi spots to his left. I don't think he knows he's there. He might get taken out. Oh, he does. So not all 5 players staying alive. I take that back. But the retake, pretty successful. So that's that last player now. I think they know where he is, and they're going to get the defuse before he can even really make a dent. So we'll take him out, and that's Vapey. Actually taking down Trax very, very low. Trax is, I think, at 2 HP, but Hammers, they convert, and Elevate should be able to buy with that bomb plant.
All right, Elevate has rifles now. They've had interesting strategies both rounds, and I'd love to see them maintain this. Really pulling the Hammers defense apart, getting bomb plants, haven't successfully defended the bomb yet. But 2 bomb plants is a great breach-sided start. And everyone is flashed.
Everyone is indeed flashed, and mid is smoked off. So Trax will do his best to get some damage. He does get the kill through the smoke, and Vapey's probably not too happy about that. Wants to see what he can trade. Arson does get something on the other side, but is that enough for them to go on in? Erupt is playing in a very, very tough spot. He's going to get taken out by Arson again, who doubles up now. The B defense kind of falling apart at Trax. He just tries to aim in too many places at once. Couldn't secure his aim into one area, and now Frost and Mirzi are going to have to hold on to the bomb site. They are unable to.
Breezy 2 bomb not yet planted. He could kill the bomb planter here.
Oh, the nice try. Mirzi does his best and gets good damage and flashes out Arson, but still not enough to close out the round. Elevate, they get their first here, and that is a good confidence booster for them, but still very close.
Picking up around within the first 3 for the breach for Elevate is a great start, especially having not snuck the pistol round in as one of their breach-sided round wins. And denied here on A long by a smoke grenade. They're not able to move up Banana quickly. And here again, sneakily using the entire map. You've got Naruto pushed all the way up B long with Waptor and his sniper rifle, waiting out the smoke on Banana and looking for an opening kill into the lab or into Intel. And Banana belongs completely to Elevate. Waptor almost all the way into the laboratory, backs up just a bit.
Yeah, doesn't want to over-aggress, and Erupt having absolutely nothing but a P250 might not be at the best use on the B bomb site. He does have his teammate Averti with the HK to make some damage happen, but the hit, eventually it's going to make its way over towards the A bomb site, which Trax, I'm sure he's telling his teammates that. So it allows Frost to rotate out, and it allows Averti to potentially get this quick rotate onto A. Mirzi, though, will he be good for more than one? Will he be good for even one? Does it 1 and 2? Shuts them out. Goes for the SG and escapes with his life. This is the best possible situation that could have happened. And as well,
Only player on the A bomb site had the shotgun, and they just walked right in front of him. And great to get that double kill, because if any of those shots had missed, either of the first 2, he definitely goes down.
Somehow, some way, Hammers win that round out. A round that should not have gone in their fashion, but Mirzi just domes them to the head with the shotgun, and now Hammers looking to extend their lead on the Coalition side.
Trax even picking up that dropped U ratio from Waptor. And a gun advantage either way, but I'd love to see what this U ratio can do here in Banana. A very aggressive peek, and there's 1 kill, and he's punished for that aggression. Minutes already up Banana.
Yeah, Hammers doing the best they can to protect him, to avenge their fallen teammate Trax. They will do so. Menace takes him out, or is taken out by Erupt, so a nice clean round there. And Elevate should have money to buy now. Yes, they do. I think they're going to go for the classic buy. We'll see which bomb site they hit up. They've had trouble over towards A time and time again.
The U ratio back in play. Again on Waptor and Trax. So we may see a duel. Here's Trax taking his B long against Naruto. Misses the first shot and eats a flash grenade. Has to fall back.
Oh, but Erupt, 3 massive frags over towards mid. Eradicates the push, and could he get the fourth? He's blind, but he takes down Naruto, and Averti tags teams with him. So Erupt, 4 kills in the round to boost his stats, and Hammers are looking on fire right now. They've got 5 rounds to the 1 of Elevate.
Absolutely, Averti and Erupt at the top of the scoreboard. A real team effort, however, from Hammers. Bottom 3 fraggers have 5, top 2 fraggers have 7. Everyone's getting kills for Hammers right now.
Really playing together, and I mean those nades as well, they're so coordinated. If Elevate had gone over towards mid, they would have seen a large amount of damage, but Mirzi is going to be the quickest person to relay the information that we've been gypped the bomb plant is going to come on over towards the A site. And so he's going to have to go with his team. A 4v5, though, which favors Hammers. And they know that spawn is clear. No one's really pushed out there yet. He throws that smoke out to deny them any vision. If they're sitting on that bomb site, they won't be able to really spot anywhere else. And Trax, he knows that one's to the left. He's just going to watch for now. And the last player is downed. Erupt is coming up huge in this game so far. I think he's at over 10 kills at this point. He's absolutely blowing it out of the water. If we can check the scoreboard, I mean, it's, yeah, 9 kills. Almost there, but he's been doing extremely well. And yeah, look, the bottom frags of Hammers are all at 6 apiece. So I wouldn't even call them bottom frags. This is just a very close spread between their top and bottom in their scoreboard.
And 7 rounds into the half, Elevate needs to put something on the board. They're running out of opportunities to get to that crucial 4 breach-sided rounds.
Finally an opening pick for them. Yeah. But can they capitalize on it? Mirzi does trade out, and he's been so good at this intel orange position. He's going to pull Piranha the flash, but he doesn't take down Wapter. Averti, though, he does. And that allows him to get the double kill. Trax spots out Menace. The last player is going to go in for not a kill, that actually Erupt takes. So Erupt now on 11. Hammers operating on all cylinders. They are just firing.
Around mid and orange, Elevate just being torn apart, even with opening kills. The trade kills come so quickly, flanking from HQ and orange, both sides. Multiple players on Hammers, far more heavily defended than I think Elevate is expecting.
Yeah, if Elevate had the ability to call a timeout right now, I'm sure they would just regain their composure. Unfortunately, not an option now, but maybe we'll look to add that in future seasons of Kurokop Circuit, regardless. We shall see here. Averti could catch off Menace, but no. Arson does get the 2 opening frags onto the bomb site. Lost does take down Baby, and Mirzi answers back with 3 kills with Trax as well. And now, all of a sudden, the advantage turns in favor of Hammers.
And there's no bomb. The bomb's on the mid-bridge being camped by a U ratio. They took the bomb site, but they didn't bring the bomb with them.
And now they don't have it. So, bomb site not even in control of them, and Mirzi has an inkling that he might be coming from kitchen. Menace, he pops his head out. Oh, absolutely clean, disgusting shot. Hammers looking to close this map out in a very one-sided fashion.
Spectacular shot by Marizi, and Hammers really on fire right now. The nature of these round wins has been dominant. It's been very persuasive. It looks like it's going to take a real just shift in quality of play from Elevate to put more on the board here.
Yeah, if they can do such a thing, it would be advantageous. But right now, I mean, the nades have been denying all vision from Elevate anyway, really. That's the first mistake, though. Trax does overextend, and he gets taken out. So Averti is going to have to make up for that loss. Flash avoids him. He knows that there might be plays over towards B long. He also knows that he could get shot from orange. Frost does not have the full vision there, but the smoke slowly starts to fade, and now he does. So doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Averti hopes that someone might peek out, but it's really just Mirzi to play over towards A. Frost will once again be the first point of contact, and he's heard and spotted out a couple. Oh, Menace tried to be the sneaky person, but Averti was just up close, and Mirzi, he could do so much damage. He could do it all right now. I think he spotted out Naruto. He's revealed his position, but it's more than enough for a couple kills now. And there's 1, 2. Could he get the third? Wapter all alone in the 1 versus 2. He has the bomb on the site, but they have control of the site. So Mirzi is ready, waiting, and spots out. He knows that Wapter is going to be peeking in the crouch position, and he crouches right where his crosshair is supposed to be. So Mirzi, Erupt, Trax, Hammers, they're all doing so well. Look at them go. 13-3 for Mirzi, 12-3 for Erupt, Averti, 10-4. Nobody on Elevate going positive. And Vapey, I believe, no kills for him.
Absolutely a struggle of a map for Elevate so far. 1 round win out of 10.
What just happened there? Erupt goes for the knife, and yeah, Elevate, nothing is working for them absolutely getting wrecked everywhere. Naruto finally finds a frag, but he's getting hunted down to the ends of the earth, and Hammers obliterating Elevate. They hope to reset at the end of this half. If they can even get a second, I think they'd be surprised themselves. But 11-1, it looks like, as Hammers, so many of their players have 16K. Look at that. Erupt actually is 16K with everything in his armor as well.
It's just an absolutely dominant half from Hammer. Something has to go very differently for Elevate. Even on rounds where they get an opening pick, they haven't converted it into site takes or plants. The bomb is always in the wrong place. Post-plant, they're losing players very quickly. Here's the opening pick that you hope for.
Yeah, Mirzi out of the round, but once again, Frost, he's just going to maintain his spot over towards spawn, and they have to clear it out. They have not done a good job clearing out spawn. And oh, yeah, there we go. They don't even have to, they don't have the opportunity to even clear out spawn because Trax is just so far up. Averti trades that kill from Naruto, and now just Menace in a 1 versus 3. He can't do anything. And Hammers 11-1, one of the most dominant halves. They did not like how they were handled on the map of Plaza, and they've come back swinging on Bureau.
Is absolutely acting like they have something to prove after losing in the semifinals of the qualifying tournament number 2 to Elevate in a 2-1 best of 3. They are very upset to have not been in the finals. Hammers is a team that expects to be in the finals of every tournament they enter. They're working hard to make sure that happens here in the grand finals of Critical Ops Circuit Season 2.
Yeah, that's an interesting setup that they have, and then with the first pick that they do, Trax might get traded out here. This is a very interesting retake here. Elevate, it's going well in their favor. 3 versus 2. Mirzi and Frost have to maintain it. Mirzi tagged down quite low already. Frost, they know where both players are, so they're just going to try and tag team them out. Frost gets 1 frag, but no more. Elevate, this is only 1 round, but something. It's something to hold on to.
Bomb has been defused.
It is something. It is a coalition-sided map. If there's going to be a comeback, it's going to happen from this side of things, and Elevate does get that crucial pistol round. Hammers may or may not choose to buy since they got the bomb plant.
I think they're opting not to. 5 nades. Are we going to see an aerial bombardment over towards mid? There's potential, but it looks like it's actually going to happen over towards B long. And this is one thing I really like seeing out of Hammers. They are so tactical now they go about things. I think what they're going to do, sit here, wait, and pull out their nades at the exact same time and nade bomb site. Exactly that's what they're going to do. Hopefully get a kill. It's not going to result in anything, but it's going to result in lots of information and chaos. Still though, 1 kill only, and Averti does get shut down as well. So a nice attempt and a coordinated effort, but nothing else. Just Averti getting 1 frag and Elevate. They get 2 rounds so far.
It's a low probability play, but if you don't want to buy and you do want to take advantage of that bomb plant money, 5 frag grenades is a great way to do it. And it was nice to see Hammers go into that with coordination and idea of what they wanted to do. And now Averti already with a round 3 of the half U ratio. And everyone is smoked. Everyone is blinded. Waptor may have an angle through that smoke in mid. Naruto opens up against Trax. Says Elevate can make a coalition-sided comeback, just as Hammers is able to. Wants to prove it.
Oh, Brato opens up onto the site, and can he get the second? He's going to nade out, hoping to force someone off the angle, but Menace just peeks out wide. And this forces them into a 3 versus 3. Hammers have been in this spot before, and I'm sure they're aware of the potential for a flank here. So they're going to avoid that. And maybe they've heard the flank even, but oh, Averti somehow manages that quick jump shot. And Erupt trades out. Hammers looking to get match point now as they run onto the B site to plant the bomb. Mirzi will get the plant safely.
Just amazing kills across the map to bring Hammers back into a round that they have no business winning. And now Naruto in the 1v2 clutch playing without information. He knows where neither player on Hammers is.
Yeah, but they've heard him, so they know exactly where he is. And Naruto, if he tries to peek this one out, Mirzi is full HP. Does take him out though, so Erupt is a low HP player, and he's still a little bit far away. Naruto is not going to fake it. He's not faking it, and he gets it. Oh, somehow Erupt barely skids by at the last moment. He had to get Naruto off the bomb because Naruto was not faking. He was going for the full defuse. But Erupt, he wins it out, and Hammer's now 1 round away from tasting that revenge, tasting that rematch against Xenocide tomorrow in that best-of-5 grand finals.
And Hammer's looking fierce. They picked up a breach-sided round. Elevate in a very difficult position to make a comeback. Hammers has 10 opportunities at match point.
Yep,
one out of the next 10 rounds. And it might just be this one.
It might be it, but Wapter does not want it to be it. Trax, though, opens up another one. And for some reason, Meta smokes off his opportunity to get into the bomb site. Wapter and Naruto are all that's left, and now just Naruto in the 1 versus 3. I think this is sealed as Naruto does find one onto a Verdi, but the bomb still in possession of Erupt. Now, HP low onto both players, but he will get taken out, and Hammers are your second grand finalists for tomorrow. They're going to be in a rematch against that squad of Xenocide, which we've seen happen many a time. And I'm excited to see this one come down tomorrow. Will be such a barn burner of a match.
And Hammers wins the map dominantly with contributions spread across the entire team. The top frag with 17 kills, bottom frag still with 12. The whole team firing on all cylinders, and they were very, very ready to move into the finals tomorrow against Xenocide.
Yeah, this will be a very, very interesting and I would have to say as well, exciting finals tomorrow that we're going to see. A rematch once again. Will Hammers reclaim their dominance, or will Xenocide show them how kings are dethroned? Because Xenocide have been so strong this entire season. Season 2 has been all Xenocide. 2-1 versus Hammers, main tournament number 1. 2-1 versus Elevate, main tournament number 2. Can they go 3-1, 3-0? Who knows? Because tomorrow is what we will see from both teams. Both teams have a lot to review tonight. I'm sure they're chatting all about it right now. We commend Team Elevate for being in this tournament, as well as some of the other teams who have made it this far. But tomorrow is going to be what's exciting. Xenocide versus Hammers Esports. And I'm just pumped for it. Warren, do you have anything to say before we head off for the night?
Well, I think that we're looking at a classic. It was great play by Elevate. It was exceptional play by Hammers, especially in the second map. It was a great game to cast, and I think we're going to look at a real barn burner of a best-of-5 tomorrow.
Exactly. We will see you all tomorrow for the grand finals. Once again, thank you for everyone behind the scenes. Ethan, Ave, Waddy, Alexi, Thunder, everyone for helping out here, and we do appreciate everybody. Thank you as well for the fans and the players for participating. And don't forget, we got the best of 5 tomorrow. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you later, and enjoy the rest of your evening.